Hello. So I tried therapy for the first time yesterday. After years and years of struggling to really have the mentality, I guess, to talk to a professional about feelings, I attempted some options. In the past, I had always looked around at therapists. I tried to find some that were cheap and some that were accessible. Because if there's two problems that really kept me from trying this out, it's the lack of accessibility because death, and also the price. Therapists are not cheap, and I'm not rolling in the cash. So, because I had a free trial of an app, I decided I would give it a go. And that app is BetterHelp. And no, I am not sponsored by BetterHelp. I know a lot of YouTubers are sponsored by BetterHelp, and that they give you these affiliate links with their names attached so you can sign up, but I am not one of those YouTubers. I have done this all on my own. This is actually my second time attempting BetterHelp. I tried it once before, but I never went through with a full official therapy session because I didn't really match with anyone that I clicked with. Now, if you don't know what BetterHelp is, it is a therapy app. You download the app on your phone, or you can go online and you fill out a list about yourself and some issues that you're having, and the app tries to connect you with the best therapist possible. Of course, you can also change therapist if you need to. So because you do get a free trial, I decided I would test it out and see how I like it. And it was weird. It was kind of weird talking to someone about my issues about this particular topic and have someone kind of challenge me, for lack of a better word. Not really fight me on it, but just try to get me to do like these little tasks or try to find some sort of explanation or whatever. And I'm kind of like, you're really trying to get even deeper in my personal problems that I'm not comfortable with, are you? I found that it was weird for me to talk about this particular thing to a therapist, whereas I've done it many times on social media and on YouTube and in writing before, and that's always been fine to a point. But talking about it with this person who is trying to help you, I guess, it was different, it was weird, it was slightly uncomfortable. But it did feel good, I think. It felt good to talk about it to a professional who is supposed to try to help me do whatever it is that I need help with. After just one session, because it was at the very end of my free trial, it ends tomorrow, overall, I guess I don't know how I feel about it, but I did have to cancel my subscription, and I'll tell you why. One, even though it is more affordable than traditional therapy, it's not in my budget right now, especially since I'm having a major chronic pain episode, and I've had it for about 2 weeks, so right now, my financial focus is going to the doctor, to the chiropractor, and try to fix this, because this, to me, is more unbearable than what's going on in here right now. I did find it to be accessible. I mean, we did live instant messaging, but I have other deaf friends who actually use BetterHelp because they try going to the traditional therapist, but they keep rejecting their request for an interpreter, so BetterHelp is their option. One thing I didn't like about BetterHelp was the fact that we were still in the middle of a session. It was nearing the end, and we were talking about whether I would continue this whole thing, like right there and then. But it kicked me off. The website kicked me off. It kicked me out of the session. And I tried to message my counselor and be like, it kicked me off. I didn't, leave you. I wouldn't do that. And then I never got a response back. And this was literally, 2 seconds after I got kicked off. So she was online and she was available. But the website kicked me off and I got no response. So that kind of rubbed me the wrong way, I think. And I messaged her about it, but still, no response. Now, there is something about BetterHelp that it got me wondering, because Philip DeFranco and Boogie were currently talking about the fact that, or they are currently talking about the fact that BetterHelp is kind of under fire for their terms of services. I don't really know exactly what it is, but Ash Hardell was talking about it too on Twitter, and they said that they were going to hold off on their sponsorship, their partnership, whatever. I think Philip DeFranco is holding off on it too, because apparently BetterHelp is a scam, and there's a lot of reports, if you look them up on Google, that say there's some charging problems, credit card charge problems, or that therapists are not actually licensed, etc., etc. And, well, I still wanted to try it out for myself. This was all happening while I had a free trial anyway, so may as well. And that kind of left me a little bit skeptical, because I'm like, well, okay, a lot of these people don't have their credentials. I did look up my own counselor on Facebook and the like, and she has her credentials. She says that she owns her own place. But then I found reports from other people and other fellow YouTubers that do like the service and have used the service and don't even have a sponsorship with them. So it's all kind of back and forth, and I'm not really sure what my feelings are on it. A part of me wants to continue using that service because it is the most accessible to me, both financially and, you know, I have problems with these. The computer is the solution. Or is helpful. But yeah, it's like after this problem gets better, I would like to try to continue to make this part better. But I don't know. But I think really I have to be the judge of that. I can take what others are saying into account, but I can at least take the risk myself because I'm not sponsored. I'm not promoting this really to anybody. I'm just saying that I'm using it myself because I think that it might help me. And, well, if I use it, and I get bit in the butt for it, well, that's my problem, right? But yeah, I kind of like the idea of doing some sort of counseling, I think. I am very stubborn, so if somebody is going to try to challenge me, I guess, on this sort of thing, like if my therapist is going to challenge me on what I'm thinking or whatever, I'm stubborn, I'm probably gonna butt heads for a little bit, but I don't know. A lot of people were very happy about the fact when I wrote on Facebook and on Twitter that I was going to give it a shot, and they said that therapy saved their life and, you know, whatnot. And I'm hoping it can do the same for me. Probably not right now because there's other stuff that kind of has to take priority because sometimes you gotta shift things around, right? But so what I want to know is if you have used BetterHelp, let me know what your experiences are down below in the comments. I want to know if you have negatives, positives, indifference toward it, if you like traditional therapy, if you prefer it, whatever. I kind of want to know if there are any deaf people who use interpreters in their therapy sessions, or if they have their therapist either like write it down or something, write what they're saying down, type or whatnot, because I don't know, I'm not personally comfortable with using an actual ASL interpreter anyways because I'm not comfortable with my language skills there right now, and English would be the best for me, but obviously getting them to, or if they want to talk out loud, then it's not going to be the most accessible to me because I'm just gonna be like, huh? So I'm curious about that, if anybody kind of has that whole dilemma. Let me know in the comments. And now, before you go, if you haven't, consider being a pledge on Patreon. It's a great way to support your favorite creators' content. From me, you get perks like music playlist, written content you won't see anywhere else, and pen pal letters if you pledge high enough. And I will see you later. Bye!